Unveiling the truth, Greek court dismisses charges in devastating Mediterranean shipwreck. A Greek court has exonerated 9 Egyptian men accused of orchestrating one of the most catastrophic shipwrecks in the Mediterranean, determining that it lacks jurisdiction over the case since the tragedy unfolded in international waters. Amidst a chorus of jubilation and applause within the courtroom, the 3-judge panel sitting in the southern city of Kalamata announced their verdict as supporters of migrant solidarity rallied outside in a show of unwavering support for the defendants. After nearly a year of unjust imprisonment, these 9 men can finally reclaim their freedom, proclaimed Alexandros Georgoulis, one of their legal counsel. This is a landmark ruling that will shape future precedents regarding cases transpiring in international waters. Its outcome has brought immense joy to all of us. On June 14 of last year, an estimated 600 lives were tragically extinguished and the Adriana, an aging fishing trawler suspected of carrying approximately 750 migrants bound for Italy from Libya, capsized off the Greek town of Pylos in international waters. The accused were among the 104 survivors, all male, who had been held in pre-trial detention ever since. They faced a litany of charges, including migrant smuggling, illicit entry into Greece, participation in a criminal organization, and causing a fatal shipwreck, accusations that carried the potential for multiple life sentences. From the onset, the Egyptians, ranging in age from 20 to 40, vehemently denied any involvement in the ill-fated smuggling operation. On Tuesday, the judges not only upheld the defense attorney's petition that the court lacked jurisdiction to adjudicate the case but also dismissed 2 of the 4 offenses the suspects had confronted. The court not only concurred that it was not competent to try the case but also exonerated the defendants of unlawful smuggling and unlawful entry into Greece, Georgoulis stated outside the courtroom. Such a verdict was truly unanticipated. Vicky Agelidou, a defense attorney representing 2 of the accused men, hailed the decision as a courageous act that was unequivocally just, fair, and long overdue. There was an absence of evidence against them. They were paying passengers who, like others aboard, had endured weeks in Libya anticipating their departure on a voyage that they believed would ultimately improve their lives. They were never part of a smuggling ring. Agelidou revealed that the Egyptians, who have since filed for asylum, will likely pursue compensation for the time they were unjustly imprisoned. Disturbing images of passengers crammed aboard the overcrowded vessel circulated globally, igniting outrage and prompting questions about whether the Hellenic Coastguard, initially alerted to the ship's distress approximately 15 hours before the disaster, could have intervened more effectively to avert the catastrophe. Victims who had boarded the boat in Libya hailed from Pakistan, Syria, Egypt, and Palestine. It was later discovered that women and children had been confined to the trawler's hold. The ship sank in one of the deepest parts of the Mediterranean, leaving only 82 bodies recovered. Prior to Tuesday's hearing, there were widespread concerns about whether the Egyptians would receive a fair trial. It was apparent from the outset that these individuals were arbitrarily chosen and scapegoated to deflect blame for a disaster that the Greek Coastguard bears full responsibility for, said Stelios Kaloglou, a Greek left MEP who attended the judicial proceedings in Kalamata. Today's verdict is a positive step, but justice has yet to be fully served. This was a profound tragedy, and a thorough investigation must be conducted to identify the true culprits. Greek officials maintain that authorities were unable to intervene sooner because the vessel was in international waters. Although a parallel investigation into the conduct of the Hellenic Coastguard is ongoing, maritime officials have vehemently denied allegations that they intentionally refrained from intervening out of apprehension about the influx of asylum seekers. They insist that while a vessel was dispatched, the stricken boat's crew repeatedly declined assistance, stating, "No help. We got Italy." However, groups advocating for the rights of survivors and migrants challenge this version of events. In a report released in December, the EU border agency, Frontex, which had detected the boat aerially prior to the Coastguard, hinted at dereliction of duty, alleging that Greek authorities failed to respond to follow-up communications and offers of support. Survivors alleged that Coastguard officers caused the vessel to overturn after an ill-conceived attempt to tow the trawler, hours after the boat was initially located. Last September, they escalated their claims by filing a lawsuit accusing Greek authorities of deliberately failing to rescue those aboard. The exoneration of the 9 Egyptians and the ongoing investigations underscore the complexities surrounding maritime disasters in international waters, where jurisdictional ambiguities and the plight of migrants often collide. The search for justice and accountability in the Mediterranean tragedy continues, casting a spotlight on the urgent need for effective and compassionate responses to the challenges posed by irregular migration.